Hello, what's up, Guru Nation? Welcome in to a brand new Mock Draft Monday. Spencer the Guru back at you with a quick, slick Mock Draft Monday for y'all. We gonna get this thing rolling almost to the season, y'all. We getting fresh here, getting right for these mocks, for these real drafts, for these mocks. Someone was joking in the chat saying, how do I mock for a mock?" Well, I don't know if there's a such thing for that, but we do bring the heat here on these Mock Draft Mondays each and every Monday. 11 Savages plus myself partake in these very intense fantasy football mock drafts that feel like real drafts, but are just mocks. And then we'll get into the real drafts here in just a bit. Probably shoot this weekend. I know they got some, but I'm not going to ramble too much more here for the intro. Going to play the little clip, bring on our guest for tonight, Andrew from Boston Sports Mania, and then we'll get going, y'all. Let's get it. Hello, what's up, Guru Nation? Whew. All right, that's it, y'all. We're ready to go. Let's bring him out, our special guest. Appreciate him for hopping on with us here last minute. Andrew from Boston Sports Mania. What's good, bro?
How's it going?
Good, man. Happy to have you, man. I think it's your second time this year. So, yeah, glad to have you back.
Thanks so much for having me. Happy to be back. Actually, moving back to Ithaca College in a few days. So, happy to join one more time before I head back there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, but yeah, college moving. Yeah, I'm near Tulane University. They got the Tulane students moving in right near me. So yeah, it's that time of year, you know, college move-ins and fantasy football drafts.
Oh yeah, let's go. Sorry about that. All right.
Yeah, we're golden now. All right, I'll pull up this. Oh, I think there's a little echo on your end. Here, some feedback. Let's see. I think it's good. I think it's good now. All right. All right. Hopefully we can get this. Yeah, it. All right. I think it's good now. I think you just had your phone a little too close. But yeah,
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. And yeah, we'll shout out the chat here real quick before we get started. Shout out to Lee. What up, homie? Lee, one of our loyal Guru Nation members. I believe he's from around the Boston area. He told me he used to have Red Sox season tickets. So shout out to Lee. We got Big Lou in the house. Let's go. And yeah, I'm always late, bro. If you're mocking with us, get used to it. But not that bad tonight. We'll be going here in just a minute. Sometimes it can be rough with being in New Orleans. There's always something going on around here. But we're locked in tonight. We're gonna get this thing launched in just a sec. Brian, what up, bro? Yeah, yeah, I feel that, bro. I graduated in 2020. Yes, it is on Sleeper. 12-team. PPR single QB this week. We did super flex last week, getting back to our roots this week with the single QB joint. What up, Chaotic? Appreciate you tuning in. Murray, what up, bro? Brad Murray, let's go. Appreciate you, bro. And Middlesex County, Massachusetts. Okay.
I'm in Worcester County, right next door.
Nice.
Yeah, actually, I think the next town over is Middlesex County. I'm in Northborough, and then Marlborough starts Middlesex. So
there it is. The Boston area, yo. I finally got to go this summer. We got to meet in person. That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that was very fun. Fenway Park, always a time. I was there, I think 6 games this summer.
Nice. Yeah, that was my only one, but luckily we got to cross paths. Yep. Yeah, I gotta say it was my favorite ballpark of the tour. I went to 3 parks: City Field, Fenway, and Camden Yards. And I mean, the other 2 were cool too, but Fenway was my favorite. Just so much history there, and just the atmosphere was so lit. Everyone was into it.
Yeah, I've been to all 3 of those as well. It was my first time at Camden Yards earlier this summer, and
what up, kid?
That was a great ballpark, but still doesn't compare to Fenway.
Agreed. And Star, what up? He's in Worcester County. That's where you're at, right, Andrew?
Yep, right here.
Man, we got all kind of Northeast folks up in here. Appreciate y'all. And before we get to Brian's question, we're going to start this draft here. We're going to pull it up here. Murph Dog has the first pick. I see his green dot is on. So let's get it going here. 3, 2, 1. We are off. I'll pull it up on my phone here because I can't give my cue away.
I have the opposite. I got the stream on my phone, mock on the computer.
There you go. Yeah, that's actually the ideal setup. But as the host, I have to stream on my computer. But we make it work.
Yeah, I was actually at Patriots training camp today, so saw a lot of it got a little bit more insight on the receiver battle there in New England. It was cool to see.
Okay, yeah, we'll have to ask you about that later because I definitely have some questions about that because that's one of the more wide open battles, camp battles there. Absolutely. You're on the clock, bro, at pick 4.
Yeah, I think with McCaffrey gone, I'm taking Brees because I feel like McCaffrey and Brees, it's like another tier with the running backs. If I'm not getting, like in that top 4 picks, if I know I'm not getting McCaffrey, I think there's a big drop off after Brees Hall where I feel comfortable taking Brees right there.
Okay, yeah, I've recently moved Brees up to being my overall number 1 running back. I had CMC number 1 there for the longest, but I swapped them because I feel like with this cap thing that this could affect CMC, so I ended up swapping them. I couldn't quite put Bijan above CMC because I feel like Algier is still gonna kind of affect Bijan. So
I don't think so. Arthur Smith is not there anymore.
I know, but Algier's not some bum. Like I think Algier will still get enough to maybe hurt Bijan. But you had said you felt there was a drop off, right, between
I do
CMC Brees.
But yeah, I still don't think he's going to be scoring at the same level of McCaffrey and Brees Hall. I think the real difference there is going to be in the passing volume. Like Bijan does get passing volume, but it's just not at the same level as CMC and Hall.
Okay, yeah, I see. Yeah, and Rodgers, being he's getting older, he's probably gonna be dumping off a good amount of Brees. So, yeah, that's fair. It's just, it gets tough, but yeah, I recently swapped those two. So yeah, it got to me here at pick 12, the top 11 to run it down. Chase, let me pick first. I want to get autoed. So I think for my first one here, I'll go ahead and lock in Garrett Wilson. I'm not thrilled about it, but I think he'll do well enough to be worth that pick. So I'm going to go ahead and lock that in. And then for my RB, I almost just went both RBs, JT and Saquon, because I'm really not sure which one I want out of those two. They're pretty much split for me. So I've taken Saquon in mocks before. I'll just go ahead and take JT to be a little different because it's a coin flip to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to count JT as your first round pick there. I feel like those two were the ones you were eyeing. And then you're like, you know what? Garrett Wilson, best receiver. But honestly, I haven't heard great things about the connection between him and Rodgers. So I'm kind of fading Garrett Wilson personally.
Yeah, I almost faded him there. I almost just went with the 2 backs. But what up, Albert? I just think that
I like that ETN pick.
Okay. Yeah, I thought about maybe Kyrie too. He's in that range, but I feel like the thing with Wilson, it's like with Rodgers there, I think he's gonna see a lot more red zone looks, and his touchdowns are gonna spike. I think he have like 3 touchdowns last year? That's gonna go up at least to 8, I think, with Rodgers.
Yeah, I could see that for sure. Yeah, I just think in that range, you have guys like Marvin Harrison Jr., Devontae Adams, Drake London. I just feel like might have more upside.
For sure. Pittman or London? Speaking of London, this is the question here. Pittman or London from who is that there? Brian.
To me, that's a no-brainer for London. I don't know. It's a crowded receiver room in Indianapolis, and I don't necessarily think Anthony Richardson is going to take that sophomore step that a lot of people are seeing. So it's just too many mouths to feed for me to invest high capital in Pittman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good argument. I think I have them. Let's see where I have them. I think I might still have Pittman higher, but it's very close. Now, I actually recently swapped them in my rankings. I had Pittman 13, London 14. Recently moved London to 13, and excuse me, Pittman to 14. So yeah, I can't really argue with you on that. I mean, I like Pittman, but more so as like a late second, early third. London, I've just come to accept that he's like, mid second, late second, kind of mid to late second for London. I hate to say it, but it's one of those things where just got to pay up where the market's at, and you're not pulling the wool over anyone's eyes. Atlanta's going to be throwing a hell of a lot more this season, and they've got a competent QB now. So,
I did not notice the fact that I got sniped for Chris Olave. He was my target here. So I have a decision to make.
Yeah, he did go a little. Yeah, Olave stock's trending up quietly. I feel like Olave is now like firmly entrenched as a mid-second round pick. And yeah, I can see this take Lou and Lou's a Colts fan, so this makes me feel a little better about Pittman. He's saying 80 Mitchell isn't going to do anything special. It's not as crowded as you think. WR1s and RPO offenses draw more targets. Yeah, Pittman's going to still see a ton.
Okay, I'm on time. I'm going to go with Devontae.
Not bad. I like Devontae there. Devontae, I have him and Olave ranked very similarly, so I think that's a good consolation prize.
I don't love that pick, but I mean, I'd say he's the best receiver on the board at this point, so got to run with that.
Yeah, that's fair. And then there goes Nico Collins. Okay, yeah, Drake London slipping a little bit in this one. I'm not mad at it because I'm not a huge Drake London true. Up there he goes. As soon as
we can't speak of it, and then because then it's just gonna happen.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, JT isn't a pass catcher, and the tight ends aren't anything special. Well, I hope JT's a pass catcher. I just took him at the 2-1. I hope he catches at least 30. Like, damn, he can catch some. I mean, he's not like, yeah, it's not his specialty. I mean, he's no CMC or Brees, but I think he could catch a little bit. I think he'll catch more than like a Derrick Henry. But yeah, you got a point about the tight ends. Josh Downs
hating on his own players is wild.
He must really like Pittman then, because I mean, if I can get, I don't think there's any way he makes it past Big Lou there at 3 times. I'll gladly take Pittman at the end of the third. MG saying wanted to go London instead of Olave, but didn't want the entire Falcons offense. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I would not be pairing Robinson and London. Like I get hesitant about pairing any top 4 running back and receiver. To do it in the top 2 rounds is like another.
What up, Sir Bones? Right, yeah, you got to really have faith in that. The only 2 I'd pair, and I mean, you can't even pair these 2 because they both go to, I'd say it'd be Amon-Ra Gibbs. I wouldn't be mad about pairing them, but
I'm not
can't do it. So you wouldn't do it? Like, if you got Amon-Ra at 8 and Gibbs
2-7, absolutely. But it really depends on when it happens. I see that B-Man took St. Brown at number 6. So if Gibbs had fallen all that way, maybe. But it just depends on where.
Right. Yeah, it's all about the value. Yeah, if Gibbs would fall pretty late, then yeah, it's like you kind of have to do it even if you're not a big fan of his personally. Because at a certain point, you just kind of have to. Like, I did that.
Glaring at that point.
Yeah, I did that like with Calvin Ridley. He fell. I wasn't really targeting it. Or no, not. I mean, I kind of like Calvin Ridley this year. The one was a T. Higgins. I got T. Higgins super late in the Homies draft that we did. It was a slow draft, single QB, same scoring and stuff as this, I believe. And it was like, I got T. Higgins with the freaking like 6'10" or something. I was like, I'm just like, at that point, I got to take him.
All right, this is a tricky one here because I feel like there's another spot. I'm eyeing someone that I think is at the bottom of a tier for me, but I just don't. It's a little bit of a reach. I think I'm going to go with James Cook here.
Okay, yeah, I've noticed a trend that a trend lately has been that James Cook is starting to leapfrog Rachaad White, and I mean, I've still got White ranked ahead, but I'm not really mad at that. That trend, because I feel like there's a path to James Cook finishing higher than I'm expecting him to, because if he can just get like 6 touchdowns, I think he'll be an RB1. Because last year, even though he only had the 2, he was like close.
I mean, you know how I feel about So I think really the debate here is how much the RB2s are going to make an impact, because a lot of people are saying, oh, Ray Davis is going to cut into James Cook's workload. But I honestly am. I mean, Ray Davis and Bucky Irvin were taking in the same spot, and I feel like Irving was more of a value in that fourth round of the NFL draft. So I honestly think Irving's the more talented number two, and he's going to cut into White's workload more so than Davis will into Cook's. And also, Cook was a more efficient running back than White last year to begin with. So that definitely makes me think that Cook is going to be in for a heavier workload.
Yeah, Buccaneers losing Dave Canales is gonna hurt the offense. Okay, yeah, I might have to adjust that then in the ranks because yeah, I mean, if Rashad White falls me here, I'm not mad. Up there he goes, but
Yeah.
it's like yeah, Cook's going higher. Just the same with Pacheco. Although Pacheco went a little later than usual, I was getting
Yeah,
Pacheco.
I was thinking of taking Pacheco if he fell to me. That was my original pick, and then when Pacheco went, Cook's the last one in that kind of tier for me.
Yep, there goes Pittman to Big Lou. I knew that was coming. I knew I wasn't getting it.
Yeah.
Michael Pittman right there.
So I guess he's low on Taylor, but high on Pittman. Yeah, that's an
He's
interesting.
not really low on Taylor per se. He's just saying that he's gonna be more of just like he's gonna get it on the ground and with the touchdowns.
Yeah, I see. I see.
Yeah, well, shoot, the value, man. There's like, this is crazy. I hate to take them both, but man, it's crazy that both Josh Allen and Sam Laporta are here right now. Man, I don't know what to do. This is a weird spot because I hate to take them both, but I mean, they're both just such good values. I will take the Allen, but I'm gonna pass on the Laporta because I'm not a big Laporta guy in redraft. Give me DJ Moore right here.
Oh, that was one of my targets, but I knew I probably wasn't getting him.
Yep. Give me more, give me DJ Moore, man. I mean, he's a guy that I think is gonna have a nice season. Caleb's looking the part. Keenan's getting up in age. Rome's just a rookie. So I think DJ Moore's the guy to have in that offense.
Yeah. I mean, I was looking through the preseason numbers with the Caleb Williams drive, and it looked like the two guys he was targeting the most were DJ Moore and DeAndre Swift. So I like Swift as kind of that passing down running back. And then DJ Moore, I think, is emerging there as the clear cut number one receiver. He got 2 targets from Williams in one drive, which is, I mean, 2 targets doesn't sound like a lot for a full game, but when you're only getting one drive with the first team, that's pretty impressive to me.
Right. Yeah. So even if Garrett Wilson doesn't quite live up to the hype, I got DJ Moore. So that makes me feel a little better about my receiving core and then having Josh Allen and JT. I like the way this thing's starting off.
Sorry about that.
You're good, bro. Man, Laporta, the fall is finally ended. He fell all the way to the 4-6. I think this might be a new record as far as how far Laporta has fallen, and I like to see it because I was tired of having to, like, I wasn't doing it, but I was just tired of having to see it, like Laporta going late second, early third. I'm like, what are y'all doing, bro? Like, I mean, yeah, he had a nice rookie year, and he could do maybe a tad better this season, but it's like I just don't see him with Amon-Ra's the clear alpha. I just don't see this dude being any better than last season.
I mean, I hate to say it, but I think the Lions as a whole are about to have a big step back because
no, don't do it. We love Dan Campbell.
Yeah, I don't know. We love Dan Campbell, but like, I don't know. Like, I don't necessarily trust the defense there. And then Jared Goff, he's good, but I don't know if it's sustainable at the level that he was at last year. So I'm just a little skeptical there of the Lions repeating what they had this past season.
Yeah, that's a fair point because I feel like everyone's like crowning them already, but Green Bay is definitely a threat. Maybe
and watch out for the Bears. Watch out for the Bears. That's my division pick right there.
Okay, I'll say
big Caleb Williams. I think he's the best quarterback in that division in year one.
Wow, over Love? I could maybe see over Goff, but man, but the way Love's been.
My pick,
all right,
that's all right. I'm actually gonna go quarterback here because Lamar Jackson at the 4-9. I can't turn that down.
Yeah, Lamar, bro. I mean, it's the MVP, man, 2-time MVP. The numbers speak for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking early fourth round I'd get Lamar possibly, but for him to fall to the 4.9, like that's just the value there is you can't turn it down.
For sure, man. Yeah, because it's like he's the last of the big four, I'd say. Because oh, excuse me, oh yeah, I'm getting bouncing back from an illness, so if I'm coughing, some my bad. But yeah, we had the big four. I'd say yeah, the Mahomes, Allen, Hurts, Jackson, Lamar, and then after those four, it's like Anthony Richardson, C.J. Stroud, Dak, Burrow are the next tier, and
Burrow,
they're
yeah, I tend to take him a lot if I don't get Lamar, just because he falls further than some of those other guys in that next tier.
right, which, like, yeah, those guys are cool, but they just don't have quite the security of those big four, I
Uh,
don't feel
like
like.
I feel comfortable here where I don't really need a backup quarterback because I have Lamar Jackson. Like, you can get if you have Lamar, you can get a guy off waivers for 1 week and then plug him right back in.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Murph Dog, I see you back in, but you're on auto, just you gotta go in manually and turn off auto, bro.
Mm-hmm.
At least auto didn't screw him too bad. He got Cooper and Kamara. That's like that's I've seen auto do people worse.
All right. Bit of a tricky situation here coming up for me. Okay, Kenneth Walker was going to be hard to turn down that value, but now I think I gotta go receiver here. I like the value of T. Higgins here. I'm going to take him.
Okay, yeah, yeah, I got him. Was it? I may have exaggerated when I was saying that earlier. Let me see where I actually got him in that league. I don't want to mislead people. I do remember getting him though at a great price. I think maybe it was like the 6.3, not the 6.10, because I think I picked. Yeah, let me check this real quick. Oh man, I hate that with sleeper. It's like then when the okay, yeah, the draft results. All right, so I got T at. Let's see. No, I wasn't exaggerating. The 6.10, he slipped very far.
Wow. Wow. Even in the fifth round, to me, T. Higgins, I think, is a good value. And I like kind of the contrast between my two receivers here because I have a guy in Devontae who's probably going to get, like, I mean, he's the clear cut number one in Vegas. He's a very talented receiver, but that offense is a little bit suspect. And then you have a guy in Higgins who, yeah, he's sharing with Chase, but he has a quarterback in Joe Burrow that's going to be reliable to get him the ball. So I like the contrast of good offense, less targets versus bad offense, more targets.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I think he'll be pretty. He's a contract year guy, so yeah, he should do pretty well. James Conner, damn, that's a guy I've been getting in a lot of leagues, but won't be getting him in this one. He just went there at the 5.6, followed by Zay Flowers. Man, what are your thoughts on Zay Flowers? I feel like a lot of people are hating on him, and I don't necessarily like him or hate him. I just think he's kind of one of those like just WR3s where you just like if
Yeah,
you got him, you all right, but you're not really that thrilled about it.
that's a little early for Flowers, I would say. I would prefer, there's some other guys I would prefer, like Christian Kirk, for example, still on the board.
Damn it, they took Tank Dell. I never get Tank Dell, man. What the
Uh,
hell? I never get him because they
to be
always
fair,
take
he's the
him.
number three in Houston, but
Yeah, yeah, I know. I like the thought of it because it's like he's so flashy. It's
I mean,
like
yeah,
it'd be
I
nice.
had him last year and it was so fun, but like,
Right. I never get him. And I guess it's because I try to be disciplined and don't want to reach on him. And so because I'm not really willing to reach, I never get him.
yeah, I mean, there's only a few guys I'll really reach for. James Cook being one of them. I mean, I got him a little earlier than usual, but I'm not
Mm-hmm.
too mad at that.
Heard that. Yeah, I guess could go tight in here. I'll probably just keep kicking the can there. So I'll go ahead here. Maybe I'll get a couple running backs. So they got some interesting backs here. Mm. Yeah, I'll go ahead and lock in Stevenson.
I like that pick. I feel like Stevenson and DeAndre Swift to me are kind of that like next tier of running backs after Walker, Kamara are gone.
Yeah.
I'm not really huge on Jones or Connor personally.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I think you think Connor's gonna fall off.
Yeah, I just any running back when they hit age 29, I just kind of steer clear a little bit. It's just a personal preference for me, aside from Kamara, I guess, because he has the passing game. But most running backs at that age, like Henry, Jones, Connor, I'm just not huge on targeting.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and get Christian Kirk right here. I almost went with another back, but
Nice
I
pick.
just yeah, like those backs, those aging backs, I'm just kind of like, it's like, Monty Burns was in the mix, David Montgomery, but I'm just like, man, give me the sure thing with Christian Kirk.
And I mean, I guess you already have DJ Moore. And
right. What up, Derek?
That's who I was thinking of, but
yeah, I was thinking about Swift too. He was on my queue.
Yeah, the one downfall of being on the stream is now I'm saying all my guys and they're
yeah. Yeah, it's tough because you want to give the people the knowledge, but then like you're doing this, and then they're all sniping all the people that I've been thinking about. Damn it!
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I'm guessing he's talking about Anthony
Rich.
Everyone is saying that, and I'm just tired of hearing about it. Like, come on, y'all.
I'm sorry, but like,
please stop with that stuff. Like, I know Big Lou's a Colts fan; he's fired up, but if I hear one more person say Anthony Richardson's QB1, I'm gonna freaking
Anthony Richardson to me is in like that
appreciate you, Derek
type tier.
Yeah, I mean, the rushing, I'd put him in the tier with like Stroud, Dak, and Burrow. I'd put him there for fantasy, but I'm not putting him though with Mahomes, Allen, Lamar, and Hurts. I'm not doing it. I've drawn the line. I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not doing it.
He was a 50% passer in college. That's still like, and
he's still way too raw to be like considered the overall QB1. What up, Antonio? Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta start thinking about my pick here. I'm up in 2.
For sure, yeah. Rashee Rice, man. Rashee Rice is climbing up the board.
I just really hope nobody snipes me again because
there goes Montgomery.
Okay, it wasn't him.
Cool.
Actually, I'm between 2 here, so whatever happens, I'm not too mad because.
Sounds good. Yeah, well, you're about to go. I'm gonna go grab something real quick. I'll be right back.
All right. Well, let's see what Will does here. Yeah, so we got 2 receivers so far, 3 backs. Dak Prescott. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind that, but with Burrow on the board, got to consider the options. Okay, I have a decision to make. Okay, I'm going to go with Engram and hope my other guy falls. Evan Engram is a tight end that, like, I mean, he hasn't really gotten the attention of Kelsey, Laporta, Mark Andrews, those guys, but he's so reliable, he's so consistent that I think he's going to be right up there with the top tier of tight ends.
Yeah, I like the Ingram pick. I'm just peeping it there, the easy Ingram and then Kittle right after. Yeah, I mean,
I'm sorry, but like, I'm not taking Kincaid or Laporta in the 4th round when I can get Ingram in the 6th.
Kincaid went in the 4th. They're crazy for that, bro. Like Kincaid, I'll take Kincaid in the 6th, maybe the 5th. But the Kincaid, that's another one that's just gotten out of hand. He's like the Anthony Richardson of tight ends. He like showed us like 2 or 3 games where he looked really good, and so then because of that small sample, everyone's going gaga, and I'm just like, you got to show me more than that.
Okay, I'm not even going to talk about who I want here because I know I'm going to get sniped if I do.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bunch of warriors out here, so they
oh yeah,
nothing gets past the Guru Nation mockers, man. They they are on it. They are on it for sure.
Okay, I don't think he was taken. Yeah, no, he was not. Yeah, I know. This is a guy that I don't think you're as high on, but I like Chris Godwin. I'm hearing good things out of camp.
Yeah, I've warmed up to Chris Godwin. I'm still not like super high on him, but I've gotten to where I'm okay with where he's going, like where you got him there. I'm cool with that. Like I'm not. He's probably not gonna be one of my guys for this. Damn it, they took Jake Ferguson. Damn it, B man. He's one of the sharps.
Titans are flying off the board.
I know. I'm not gonna this dude go at a 0 tight end. And it's weird because Laporta slipped hella far, and then it was like, then they pulled Kincaid up super high, and then it's just been
Armageddon.
chaos. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
yes. Yeah. Man.
I would not be shocked though if Godwin finishes close to where Evans is this year. I think I know that Baker Mayfield isn't necessarily this marquee quarterback, but I think the receivers are talented enough where they could both still finish as WR2s and then just take so much volume from the rest of the offense.
Okay, yeah.
A Cup Nakua type situation.
Right.
Except maybe a lesser extreme of that.
Yeah, they ain't getting that much volume, but they should do pretty good there.
I feel like a 14 point per game season from each. That wouldn't be completely out of reach.
Yeah, I'll just get in my queue, getting all the people queued up that I was interested in. It's about to be my pick. Damn it, man! They took David Njoku. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to.
This tight end board is just thinning.
Yeah, I'll just punt on it. It's not worth.
I think would be good. But
not worth reaching.
I mean, I'm looking at Goddard. I'm looking at Hawkinson, but I already have my tight end, so I'm not afraid to say it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who I would be taking if I still needed a tight end.
Yeah, I'll wait on that.
Not even close to the top of the board right now.
Yeah, Godwin's back in the slot. Yeah, that should boost him. That's what sold me on.
The good news is everybody has
a little bit,
except you.
Yeah, I ain't messing with it right now. So
that the thing is, you could who's going to take a number 2 tight end is kind of what I'm thinking in the 8th, 9th round. I doubt it.
Facts. Yeah, it's damn it, man. This is just brutal as far as trying to make a damn decision right here. I guess I'll go with old faithful Calvin Ridley. I feel like he's just very good depth. WR4. I'm all about it. And could go with an RB3 or a WR4 or a tight end. I'm not doing tight end because I'm the only one that doesn't have one. I'm going to punt on that.
I feel like it's very tricky. Like, some people like it, but to me, at least this year, I'm not huge on drafting at the turn. I kind of like being in the middle.
Yeah, I feel that, man. Drafting at this turn it's not been easy, man. It's been like so many of these like rough decisions where you're just like, damn, what the hell do I do? Oh, and the clock's ticking, man. Damn it. RB dead zone or rookie wide receiver. This is so tough, dude.
Ooh. I'm gonna.
You know what?
Running back dead zone.
Xavier Worthy. I'm just gonna take the chance. I feel like I had all these veteran receivers. I'm gonna just take the chance here. Give me Xavier Worthy. It's my first time ever taking him in a mock this year. I normally would have gone like Brian Thomas or Keon or did Ladd win? Okay, Ladd win. All right. So I was like, and with Hollywood's injury, Rashee Rice, obviously, but his situation not being clear. I feel like Worthy could have a huge rookie year potentially. I don't know how consistent it'll be, but I just feel like at this point in the draft, I had to roll the dice because I just wasn't really feeling any of those RB3s.
I'm really not all that concerned about the Hollywood injury, to be honest, just because I feel like Hollywood's the one proven receiver right there. You have Rice facing suspension problems. You have Worthy, who's a rookie. I think Brown, no matter what, is going to have a role there, and then it's just between to me, it's between Rice and Worthy to kind of be in a role alongside Brown.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I just like, I mean, and I feel like there's a lot of these running backs that could fall to me here, but I bet
I was eyeing Javonte.
Yeah, I almost took Javonte. I've warmed back up to Javonte. I had
same here.
Moved
as soon as I hear a good
and
report about Javonte, it's like I'm right back on the horse because I was so huge on him early in the offseason. You saw me reaching on him, and then I was like, there were the reports about him being cut, and then as soon as camp came around, he was like, you know what, I took that personally, and he started balling out. So,
yeah, I just queued up a bunch of running backs. This is interesting. I'm waiting on running back depth and tight end. I don't know if I'm gonna hate my team or not after this. I have a feeling I might because I preach a balanced team, and this team I took the QB early and a bunch of wide receivers there. But we'll see. We'll see how it ends up.
Yeah, I got to figure out how to navigate this running back situation. I mean, I have some guys in mind, but we'll see how it ends up.
Good deal. Yeah, I thought about Mostert. That was another one I had in mind. I almost went Mostert, but I just like
Hollywood.
Just not excited about Mostert because he peaked last season. We saw his peak.
Yep.
He ain't repeating that. So I was just like, man, I'm
not. Yeah, I've you know me. I've never been a fan of Mostert.
Yeah, not eight. What? Nah. I mean, he looked kind of explosive, but A-Chain, nah, bro.
A-Chain is on another level.
That's what I'm saying. You can't be comparing people to A-Chain that loosely.
You can't
like
compare
I think
anybody to A-Chain, quite honestly. He's just his own.
Yeah, like if you want to go way back in history, Gale Sayers, like he's looking like
Okay, but anyone in modern NFL.
Yeah, no.
Nobody is touching. Yeah, nobody is touching that level.
Right, because it's all. I think McLaughlin could be a decent little PPR guy. I think he could be kind of like Jalen Warren. That's how I see McLaughlin being like he's a whole nother HA's just like a whole nother type of weapon because he's so freaking fast.
Okay, this is tricky. You know, I'm gonna go with Eckler here. I still he's the one older running back like Kamara. I think he's gonna get passing volume.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't hate Eckler, and I'd have probably preferred Warren, but Eckler could be sneaky.
That was the decision. It was Eckler or Warren. I knew I was taking one of them. But.
Okay, yeah, I'd probably preferred Warren, but Eckler could be sneaky. I was higher on Eckler, but the B-Rob truthers have kind of convinced me to move off Eckler, but I don't know.
I see him as I think it's going to be very 50-50 with those two. Robinson on the early downs, Eckler on passing downs, and they kind of split the goal line opportunities. That's kind of how I see it. So
yeah, they were going crazy. They were it might be like 80-20 in favor of B-Rob. Like, no way. No. Y'all are just up B-Rob's ass, bro. Like, come on. Y'all are just going crazy over B-Rob right now.
In my rankings right now, I literally have Eckler and Robinson. It's like back to back. So.
Yeah, same. They're close. Yeah, that's all I was trying to tell them. Like, look, I'm not saying I'm the biggest Eckler fan, but y'all are starting to sound like y'all are just becoming just B-Rob lovers. Like, what? Like, oh my God. Like, y'all are just the B-Rob glazing was just like getting out of control. Shout out to the gang, though. I mean, the playmakers, they give good isms. Normally, they're right on point, and they're not all saying that about B-Rob. And I think it was kind of joking. I don't think they were all the way serious, but kind of messing with me because I was just like, "Come on, bro,
he took a bullet or whatever." But
yeah, he took a bullet in the ass. He's gonna run for 2,000. Yeah. I'm like, yo, it's nuts, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that my Eckler pick didn't stop me from getting who I really wanted, which was Tyjae Spears. I just didn't want to reach, but now I have him as a 4, and that looks really good.
Okay, yeah, let's see. B-Rob's still there. I wouldn't be mad if B-Rob makes it to me. Because I am hurting.
It's not gonna happen because
I am hurting.
There's some B-Rob truther in here. I don't know who, but it's somebody.
Yep, yeah, I ain't getting him. Yeah, I basically made my bed. When I took Worthy, I was like, I've just got to accept that my RB3 is going to be less than stellar.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad I
still some
punted on
guys
tight end because there hadn't been a single tight end selected since I picked. So I'll just keep playing a waiting game on that.
Damn, you have 5 receivers here, 2 running backs. Yeah, gonna need to take some running backs here.
Yeah, I might just go back to back at that position, doing a little different kind of build.
I mean, if I were you, I'd either do back to back running backs or a running back and a tight end, and then you go running back in the 11th. But
let's see it, Big Lou. He's saying there's one guy that's trying to all reach in every draft. Let's see who it is, bro.
Okay, I'm very curious about this.
Oh, now he left the. What are you doing, man?
he's probably looking.
He got cold feet. Oh, that's
I love it.
Damn it.
That is great.
You asshole, Big Lou. Why'd you do me like that?
Oh yeah.
I was hoping to be saved by Chase Brown, but
that
hurts.
my 2 biggest values right now at the running back position, I think could easily have RB2 upside, but are going as like RB4s. It's Spears and it's Chase Brown.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't take Chase Brown because I already had Higgins. I didn't want to over Bengals it, but Chase Brown is a great pick. A lot of PPR upside. I think him and Moss are going to be a 50-50, but this Bengals offense, there's so much, I feel like they're going to score so much that Brown and Moss will score enough touchdowns to make them both at least flex value.
For sure. Yeah, I guess here I'll go with B-Rob at one of the picks and then Jerome Ford. I'm all right with that. Yeah, I can live with that. B-Rob and Jerome Ford, it definitely could have been worse for me. So I'm cool with how that ended up.
That actually turned out really well, I would say. Both of those guys are in my kind of flex running back range.
Okay, so that tells me then I'm kind of glad I did that because this kind of tells me, all right, so you can swing for the fences with a rookie receiver and then get some decent value backs, to make up for it.
I did the same thing, kind of. I mean, I didn't go for the rookie, but getting Eckler and Spears in the 8th and 9th.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in a way, I'm kind of glad I did that experiment because it's like you kind of have to try different things. You don't want to do the same build every draft. You want to try different builds. That way, you can kind of see what works and what doesn't.
And then sometimes this will screw you over, and those running backs won't fall. But it just depends.
Right, but it's even like Blake Corum, Devin Singletary. They had other guys that would have been okay right there.
Yeah. What's interesting is in mock drafts, I'll tend to be a lot more experimental like that. But then when a real draft comes around, I am sort of a slave to my balance. I don't want to get in a situation where I'm reaching for running backs or for receivers.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, you don't want to get pigeonholed and then after the draft, I'm going to be that guy knocking on the door of everybody. Hey, trade. Hey.
Yeah. Hey. Give me a running back. Give me a receiver.
That's the worst feeling when you butchered your draft and you're having to beg people after a trade. Because it's like no one wants to have to hear from people trading right after the draft. It's like most people right after they draft are really happy with their team. They don't want to trade.
Exactly. They don't want to trade until week 1 it all falls apart, and then they want to trade.
Right. Yeah, if anything, if you have a bad draft, just take the L week 1. And then after that, the other people will be mad.
Or who knows? Maybe you think you have a bad draft, and then week 1 goes amazing. That's the thing about it.
Right. Yeah, you might win, but if you still don't really like your team, then you're like, all right, well, I'm 1-0. I had some guys get off to good starts, and then that's the time to strike some deals.
All right. My receivers are kind of old, which I don't love, but I can take some rookies later. I'm gonna go Cortland Sutton here.
That's not bad. He's just it doesn't really inspire much excitement there. That's why I went with Worthy. That's why I went with Worthy because I was like, I don't want to have to take a guy like Cortland Sutton in the 10th. I want the flashy new toy.
See, my thing is for a WR4, I like a guy like Sutton, kind of your rock. But then after that, that's when I switch and go, okay, now I want my flashy players.
Yeah, well, I took the receivers early to where Ridley was my 4 and then Worthy is at my 5.
I feel you. Yeah, Worthy was your 5. That makes sense.
Yeah, my 1 was Wilson, then DJ Moore, then Kirk Ridley Worthy. I think my running backs JT, Ramondre, B Rob, Jerome Ford. Yeah.
I was looking at Brian Thomas, but I didn't realize he's already gone. All these going so early.
I know, yeah, like Big Lou just said, this year feels like hammering wide receivers early and taking high upside running backs later. Yeah, the running backs are definitely going later. I feel like a lot of people have just gotten to where they can rely more on the receivers, so they're taking the receivers higher in these PPR formats for sure.
Absolutely. All right, this is where I have a decision to make. Yeah, draft on my bench always feels a little bit harder than the starting lineup.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna take a gamble here because he could be a really good flex play. I'm gonna take TJ Hawkinson.
All right. I'm not mad
Once
at
he's
that.
back from injury, that's a flex play right there. And I already have Ingram, but like,
yeah, I'd have probably taken Hawk if he'd have fallen. So I'm a little mad
I
at
don't
you,
love
Matt,
him as
but
a number 1 tight end, but to be in that sort of flex role, start on the IR.
yeah, I could have taken him and then taken like whoever is a healthy guy there, like a Goddard or Schultz or commit.
Yeah, I guess that's what you're left with now.
Yeah, I'll probably have to take one of them with this 11-12 turn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just kind of thinking about now what I want to do with the rest of my bench because I got a tight end too, but I think the running back and receiver depth, some upside guys are gonna have to come first moving forward.
Gibbs still went at the 1-9 Irish, so we don't know about this injury. They had the news that came out. Lee had put it here in the chat about how Gibbs is dealing with a hamstring injury. We don't know the timeline yet, so I mean, we just we don't really know. It was kind of bad timing. So I mean, as of now, I'd say he's still a first. But if it comes out that it's going to be a month-long absence, well, then we'll have to drop him some. But hopefully, it's just a very minor hamstring pull.
Yeah, definitely. That would be ideal if that injury is as minimal as possible.
100%. Yeah, we don't want to see a star like that end up out because we love to see our boys on the field. Damn it, we don't want them on the sideline in the training room. So
absolutely.
Yeah, let's see. All right, come on, the goat. Hurry up, man. Ready to go. I got my picks queued up. Let's get it. All right, he went Adonai. So I'm going to go Goddard. I got lucky. Goddard fell to me. I like that. And then with this pick, I need to go to young upside running back. I'll go ahead and lock in Marshawn Lloyd.
I like that. As an upside running back, definitely a good pick. Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I don't think I'm taking him today just because of how. Oh, I like the Jalen Poke pick. I was gonna consider him at my spot, but I will say I think Douglas is kind of gonna be the security blanket, but then I could see Jalen Poke being kind of a deep ball type Jalen Hyatt situation, similar to last year with the Giants.
Okay, yeah, give us you teased it earlier. Give us your New England receiver room update that you observed at camp.
So Kendrick Bourne is not really playing yet. You can't really judge him. It seemed like so far Douglas, Osborne, and that it's Douglas and Osborne primarily that are playing with Jacoby Brissett in the first team. But then it's a little bit of an interesting situation because they're pairing up Drake May with Poke and Baker, and Jalen Poke really had himself a huge day. So I think it's going to be a situation where Douglas and Osborne kind of start the year as the Rocks, especially Douglas being a security blanket. But then I think Jalen Poke is going to come on strong late in the season and kind of become this flashy target. He has great hands, kind of a raw talent, but I mean, he made a couple of highlight reel catches today.
Okay, so Douglas the Rock, but Polk the guy that's got the upside.
Yes, that's what I'm seeing. Yeah, I did see that report about Polk being the WR1, but I'm not seeing him play with Brissett yet, and Brissett is presumed to be the quarterback to start the year as QB1. I think once May comes on a little bit more, then we could see Jalen Polk really emerge, because May and Polk, the other thing about him, I was talking to a the Patriots broadcaster, Bob Sosi. Him and I have a connection from a while back, but he was mentioning how May and Polk have really had a friendship building. They went to I believe it was a Bruins game together, and it's really just continued to develop in camp.
That's dope.
So I think the connection between those two is going to show come regular season.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yep. Well, that's good. Good. Good to know. Good update there on the Pats. Irish asked me about Gibbs again. We talked about it earlier. We just don't know. Don't have enough info yet to really make a judgment on Jahmyr Gibbs yet.
All right. Well, I'm going to go for some upside here. I just don't know. Okay. I think I know what I'm going to do on this one. And then I'll probably. Yeah. So Cortland Sutton, I think, is definitely going to start the year as a number one in Denver. But if Bo Nix really has a chance to flourish, I think Troy Franklin, that connection from college, is going to be big.
Okay.
So
yeah. I'm cool with Troy Franklin.
Because then Franklin can kind of replace Sutton late in the season.
Yeah, if he just Sutton ain't cutting it, he can just make the drop there, or just drop him and
or swap.
Keep Franklin and drop Sutton. Yeah.
Yeah. I want at least one rookie receiver, and Franklin's really been my rookie target.
Yep. And yeah, we know that, Lee. We know that. We just don't know the severity of the injury. That's my point about this whole thing, is I'm not making a judgment until I know the severity of the injury. I mean, okay, yeah, he has a hamstring injury, but we don't know what that means. I mean, that's all I'm saying. I'm not acting like it's nothing or it's something. I'm just saying I'm not gonna give some big hot take yet until I know more about the injury timeline. Peacock's thinking if it's enough to be pulled from practice early, I would say Gibbs is out for the remainder of the preseason. Okay,
I don't know about that one.
Well, let's hope that's all it is, but that could be, Kaka! Shout out to Peacock. Appreciate you for tuning in, bro. $13 t-shirt sale ends tomorrow. All right, yeah, y'all, neonpeacockmerch.com. Go check that out. They got, it don't matter what team you're a fan of, they got, Peacock's got a design for pretty much every team. So y'all go check that out.
My classic late round pick here. I mean, it's a wide receiver one for a team in the 13th round. Pop Douglas, can't go wrong.
There he is, Pop Douglas, the Andrew special. I'm gonna start calling that one.
Yeah, I don't think
every mock we've done
without him this year.
I know, yeah, because the one you missed, I think he either went undrafted or I got him in the last round, and I was like, oh wow, I got the Mario Douglas. Oh yeah, Andrew couldn't make this one.
Yeah, of course. I think I was at Fenway that week. Yeah,
that was the Fenway week. Yep.
And then the other week I was at Fenway on a Monday. I think you were there too, so we did.
Yeah, that was the week. That was the week before, like
the big start to this.
Yeah, July was when we really got this going this year, because I wanted to do it right. Because like before, I tried to get it going in May, and then it'd be a little. Where I was like, this year, I was like, you know what? Let's just really hone in on the months that matter, July and August. So I remember we did a couple sample ones in June, but yeah, the Fenway the Fenway Monday that me and you went, that's the last Monday since I've not done them. So the last Monday that I haven't done a mock was that Monday. It's been every Monday since then I've done a mock here live with y'all on YouTube. So
let's go.
Yep. Let's see. Josh Downs news came out a day later, so Gibbs news will come out tomorrow probably. Yep, y'all stay tuned for the Gibbs news. Yeah, but it'll probably come out tomorrow. Yeah, someone's got to catch passes. They're talking about Troy Franklin. Needs to work on his route tree a little lower on the depth chart right now. I don't think he is a year one guy as a Broncos fan.
That's very possible. He was more of an upside play for me, and then I have Douglas as kind of, like I was saying, a safer late round pick.
Yep, yeah, that's fair. Kind of cover your bases there.
Yeah, I just want to have a good variety because I feel I think you were talking about this on the live, but I feel like my bench was very sort of chalky last time, not a lot of upside.
Mm-hmm.
So gotta
Yeah,
have
spice it up. Spice it up.
Absolutely. I remember last year, and this won me or almost won me a league. I think I lost in the championship. My big bench pick last year was Sam Laporta, and look how
Ooh.
out.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those late round bench picks, man, it can make a difference. It can be the difference between a chipper and a
Yeah, I remember
missing the playoffs. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I think I had Schultz and Laporta as my tight ends. I was like, oh, Schultz is going to be my number one. I think it was week 1 or 2. I dropped Schultz and had Laporta take over.
For sure. Yeah, just kind of reading this update here from Peacock. Okay, yeah, he's all right. All right. Yeah, they're gonna probably play it safe with him. He'll probably miss the remainder of camp. So
Yeah.
yep. Buckle up, y'all. Probably won't be seeing any Gibbs in the preseason, which I ain't mad at that. Who cares about the preseason? Kirk Cousins. Got Kirk Cousins, my backup here. And speaking of rookie tight ends, let's cap this thing off with Ben Sinnott.
Not bad, not bad. I mean, I like the upside there.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of inspired me. I was kind of on the fence, but then when you said about Laporta, I was like, oh, I'm going to take a rookie tight end with my last pick.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Anything can happen with those. Part of me, though, thinks that Jatavion Sanders might be the more um the higher upside rookie tight end pick. He's going to be working with Canales there.
Yeah, it's possible. I just think that Deontay Johnson, Adam Thielen, they got a lot of those veteran receivers there. Where the Commanders, I mean, they got Terry, Dotson, but I think their offense has a little more upside than Carolina's.
And then I'm seeing Theo Johnson higher up on the board because Waller retired. That whole fallout.
Yeah, I mean, somebody's got to catch passes there other than Malik Neighbors, so he could be sneaky.
I honestly think Bellinger could be sneaky as well, but it's like he's kind of a guy you know what you're getting.
Yeah, the Bellinger, yeah, I'm out on him. That guy,
yeah, I mean, I'm not drafting him in fantasy, but I could see him getting targeted. That's more where I stand.
That's fair. If it's any kind of strain for Gibbs, I'd say he needs 4 weeks to be fully recovered. And that's from Peacock. He's worked with injuries before. He, I believe, ran a gym physical therapy place. So that adds up. You know, he'll probably just miss the rest of the regular season training camp, and then he'll just hope he's ready for week 1. Might have somewhat of a reduced workload, but I mean, shoot, as long as it's just a strain, I'm still taking him like around that 1-2 turn.
Ooh, someone stole my Brees Hall handcuff, Braylon Allen.
Damn, yeah, Braylon Allen. He's been moving up boards, but yeah, because if something would happen to Brees, I definitely think he'd be the next man up.
Yeah, that's all the reports out of camp I'm hearing are that. But the thing about Allen is I think he's very much a handcuff exclusive, not much upside beyond being a handcuff. But honestly, I don't necessarily need more than that in this 14th round.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not too worried, though. I have a couple options here. Alternatives. Okay, I am going to, instead of handcuffing Hall, I'm going to handcuff Cook with Ray Davis right here.
Not bad. Yeah, Ray Davis could be sneaky. I was like, the Cook truthers are going crazy, and I was like, I get it. Like, Cook's good, but y'all got to remember, Ray Davis might get sprinkled in some, and then the real thing is the Josh Allen being the goal line back.
But. Yeah, I mean, I still think Cook is going to clear Davis. That's why I was considering Bucky Irving there, because, like I said, I think he's a handcuff plus rather than just a handcuff. But I don't have Rachaad White, so that was the other factor.
Yep. All right, we made it through, y'all. Another mock draft Monday in the books. Appreciate everyone. We're gonna do got somewhere to be after this, so we gotta do rapid fire grades. We're gonna go real quick with the grades. So let's Let's get these in. Murph Dog autoed, so we ain't grading him. We'll start off with Murph.
Two
Appreciate
Murphs, huh?
Yeah, Murph Dog. Oh yeah, we skipping him because he didn't he only did like his first 3 picks. So Murph, Patriots Murph. He went CMC, London, Evans, Kincaid, Stroud, Keenan, Najee, Zach Moss, Gus, Shakir, Leggett, Ricky Pearsall, Keymani Vidal, and Jermaine Burton. Man, he took all rookies at the end. That
Wow.
was interesting.
That is definitely an interesting strategy.
Yep.
I like the backs though. I think Zach Moss is a really good value in the 8th round. I like Moss actually a little bit better than Najee Harris personally. So I kind of see him as the 2 here. And then it's a pretty good running back. My only concern about the running backs is they're a little bit older. And then in terms of the receivers, I like the top 3 here. It's the depth that is a little bit shakier, but not too bad.
Yeah, this one's not bad. I'm not a huge fan of the Kincaid pick. Stroud, not bad at that point. The receivers could be better, but not bad. The running back went with the hero RB, pretty good there. I'll give this one. It's just all those rookies at the end. I mean, if you're gonna take rookies, it's good to grab them at the end. But I feel like his depth a little shaky. I'll go C plus.
I'm gonna be a little high. I'll go B minus. I think. Yeah, I was considering B, but I think the bench kind of docks it down to B minus for me.
For sure. Owen up next. What up, Owen? We've got Tyreek, Nico, Pacheco, Pickens. All right. Ken Walker, Kittle, Kyler, Jalen Warren, Christian Watson, Curtis Samuel, Rico Dowdle, Justin Herbert, Pat Frymuth, and Quentin Johnston.
This is a little bit of a nitpick, but I don't love pairing 2 Steelers there with Warren and Pickens. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, overall, this is a pretty good team. I mean, Kyler, I think, is an upside quarterback. Herbert's a little safer. I like that pairing there. Kittle's solid at tight end. Running backs are pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this team. It's a little bit of a reach on Pickens, but I think he did well.
Yeah, I think he pretty much checked all his boxes here. He got everything at value, I'd say. It just doesn't it's not like a spicy team, but I mean it gets it done. I think it's a solid B.
I mean, not spicy. Hill and Collins are some pretty flashy receivers. I'm gonna go B plus.
Okay, yeah. Owen did well here. It's been a little minute since he mocked with us, but he did well. So that's a very good team. I said in the chat, if you got above a B, you'd get in the league. So Owen, if you want a spot in our real league, man, you got it. Good job, bro. Boston Sports, there you go, bro. Andrew, we got Brees, Devontae, James Cook, Lamar, T. Higgins, Evan Ingram, Chris Godwin, Eckler, Spears, Sutton, Hawk, Franklin, Demario Douglas, and Ray Davis.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how my team turned out. I'd say my main concern is I the Adams pick, he was the best receiver available, but I just don't know how confident I am in him as my number 1 receiver. Other than that, I really like how my running backs turned out. I think my receiver depth is pretty good. Yeah, overall, I like this team.
Yeah, I think he did pretty well, man. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of receiver depth, but the rest of it I think is pretty good. I think he did similar to Owen. I think I'll give you a B as well.
Awesome. Yeah, I will go ahead. I mean, yeah, I mean, obviously a lot of these are my guys, but I'll go B plus for myself.
For sure. Will, what up, Will? Another one of our used to be long every week mockers. He hadn't been with us as much this year, but he's back here when it's getting down to the nitty gritty. Shout out to Will. Yes. He's got CD. He got his boy CD at the 1-5. Then he took A-Chain Jacobs, Diggs, Aaron Jones, Dak, Bowers, Adunze, Mike Williams, J.K. Dobbins, Jerry Jeudy, Algier, Lockett, and Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, you can definitely tell he's a Cowboys fan with that Lamb Prescott stack right there. I don't care if he has that star logo or not at the top. That's a Cowboys fan.
Oh
But
yeah.
I mean, it's a good team. I'm not going to deny that.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's like the only thing, he took Bowers a little high. I wasn't a huge fan of that. And then Mike Williams, I don't really like that pick. But
Yeah, I
the
mean,
build though it's pretty decent. Like it's not quite how I like it because I'm not a huge A chain guy in the second. Diggs, I'm not that big on Aaron Jones. He took a lot of guys that I'm personally not that high on. I could see this maybe getting a B from some people. I'll go and say C plus because there's a lot of guys there that Judy, Mike Williams, Dobbins, a lot of guys I personally don't like, but not that bad of a build.
I mean, to me, I really like the top 4 picks here, but everything after that, I feel like it's a lot of aging running backs, which I am never really a fan of aging running backs, as I said earlier. And then the Bowers pick is a little questionable to me. I'm gonna go with a B minus personally, maybe B minus C plus, right in that range. But I think because the top 4 were so strong, I gotta go B minus.
For sure. B-Man up next. He's got Amon-Ra, King Henry, Debo's, Devontae, Connor, Monty, Ferguson, Hollywood, Purdy, Charbonnet, Hubbard, Wicks, T-Law, Musgrave.
I do not like these running backs. I will say that out of the gate.
They're not terrible. They're just old.
Too old. Yep, yep. Of course, I'm ragging on the old running backs. And then, yeah, it is a lot on the Lions offense with St. Brown and Montgomery. That's the other thing that I notice out of the gate. But I mean, there are definitely some good picks here. I like the quarterback duo with Purdy and Lawrence, and then you pair Purdy with Samuel as well. So I like some of the things he did here for sure. But I'm just not huge on the aging running back situation.
Right. Yeah, his depth looks pretty decent. I don't mind the way he built this, but this isn't one of his better squads. I'll go ahead and say B minus. It's all right, but I've seen B-Man cook up better, but this one isn't bad. It's decent. It's like a fringe playoff team.
Yeah, I am gonna go and I'm gonna go ahead and say, yeah, I'll say B minus as well. I think, yeah, again, the aging running backs are a concern, but I really like the receivers he got here. A little high for Samuel and Smith for my taste, but when you just look at it from a holistic approach, St. Brown, Samuel, Smith, and Brown is a great foursome of receivers.
For sure. Math Man up next. We got Bijan, Olave, Waddle, Laporta, Zay, Rashid, Pollard, Mostert, J Love, Dobbs, Jalen Wright, Gibson, Gabe Davis, Braylon Allen.
I don't like this as much as the other hero running back team. I just don't think the strategy was executed as well here.
Yeah. Yeah, Pollard is a 2, not that great. J Love
and Mostert is a
not
3,
bad.
bigger problem.
Yeah, I didn't know. No backup tight end, no backup QB. Laporta in the
really
fourth,
don't
great
like any of these
value.
depth running backs, but
Right.
my take.
Yeah, where's the? Oh, I was trying to find the thing here. Yeah, I know he's only 26, but he's seen a good amount of work, and he's a good amount of mileage. But yeah, no, that team, no, your team wasn't bad, B man. I mean, he did solid. So, but Math Man, yeah, Math Man's here. I want to like it because it's got potential. But if I'm being real, he just did a lot of little things that can burn you. No backup QB, no backup tight end, kind of suspect running back depth. Kind of shaky WR 3 and 4. So because of that, I have to go C plus.
I'm actually gonna go C here. Just I don't know. I'm not a fan of Rashi Rice. I think he's gonna be slapped with a suspension a little bit longer than most people expect. Mostert, I'm never a fan of. I just think the only way it can go from here is down. And Jordan Love, I mean, I don't mind Laporta alone as a tight end, but Jordan Love alone as a quarterback, I don't trust it necessarily. So I'm going to have to go see here.
That's fair. Joseph up next. Jadis, Kyron, Rashad, DK, McBride, Zamir, McConkey, Brian Thomas, Jaden Daniels, Zeke, Jacoby Myers, Jared Goff, Cole Kmet, Darnell Mooney.
All right, yeah, this is pretty good. I the backs are kind of sneaky good. Like it's not flashy, but it gets the job done for sure.
Damn, yeah. I gotta say, man, Joseph, I get on you. I give you harsh grades all the time, but you knocked this joint out of the park, bro. I can't complain about any of this. I mean, got a nice little QB duo there. He's got the tight end backed up nice. He's got the WR depth. He's got the running backs locked down. This is like, that's the best team I've seen from Joseph. Man, this is a really good one. I'm gonna have to say I'll go A minus.
Yeah, I'm gonna go A minus as well. I mean, my couple small
What up,
critiques
JD?
are that I don't. I mean, McConkey and Thomas have a lot of upside, but I don't know if there's a WR3 I can trust fully here. I think one of them will pan out. It's just a matter of like, yeah, which one is it gonna be? And then, I mean, Jaden Daniels, I would have gotten maybe a stronger QB2 to pair with him, maybe a T-Law type, but I mean, beyond that, I like this.
Yep. So yeah, Joseph, you're in, man. You're in the league. I know you'd been wanting in, so there you go. Your ticket is punched.
Yeah, I mean, my thing, yeah, it's definitely not like necessarily my guys, but it's a build that I think you got the right value on guys. Maybe slightly different picks than I would make, but the final product looks really good.
Yes, indeed. Big Lou up next. Let's see what Big Lou got. He's got Jameer Gibbs, Marv Jr., Pittman Jr., Mixon, Andrews, A. Rich, Deontay, Keon, Chase Brown, Josh Palmer, Ty Chandler, McLaughlin, Kendra Miller, Matthew Stafford.
I see these homer stacks sometimes, and I get a little bit jealous. Like, damn, I wish my team was good enough to be able to do that and feel confident about it. But those were the days when I could get Brady and Edelman. But
oh yeah, Brady, Wes Welker, Brady, Randy Moss,
Brady
Brady Gronk.
yeah.
Yep,
Yeah, I mean,
100%.
I was a big Edelman fan personally when I was drafting those Patriots teams. But yeah, the Pittman Richardson stack here, I don't mind at all. It's those later receiver picks that kind of give me a little bit of doubt here. I like the late round running backs. I like the start here, but the number 3 and 4 receiver are my big concerns with this team.
Right. Yeah, this one, like, I mean, it's pretty good, but yeah, it's not quite where I like it, but it's pretty good though. I'll give it a B minus. I'll probably go B minus. So with the Gibbs uncertainty, if you could guarantee me Gibbs was good, I'd go B. But because of that, I'll go B minus.
Now that I look at everything else, really the only problems here, like I'd maybe get different receivers than Johnson and Coleman, but beyond that, I mean, Harrison and Pittman are a great 1-2 punch, and then you have Gibbs and Mixon at running back. Chase Brown is great depth, as is Ty Chandler. I'm gonna go B plus here.
Okay. There you go. Chad Hance up next. He's got AJ Brown, ETN, Cup, Hurts, Dell, Swift, Njoku, Javante, JSN, Singletary, Shaheed, Tua, Taysom, and Dotson.
Interesting. Yeah, another stack here with Hurts and Brown. Why did I say Dell was right below? So
yeah, that's a nice
got me a little mixed
stack.
up.
Yeah, Hurts Brown's one of the best ones.
Yeah,
this team looks pretty damn good. I mean, not really much to complain about. I mean, it's like,
I don't love Dell that early. I'm just not a huge Dell.
Yeah. There's a little. Agreed. Yeah. You know, I can't quite give it an A, but it's for sure a B plus.
I don't know. I really the only issue I see here is the Dell pick, so I'm gonna give it an A minus. I really like this top 4, and then Javante is one of my guys. Swift is one of my guys.
Yeah, I gave him an A last week, so I can't give out too many A's, but he definitely did well. You got a spot in the league, Chad. You're killing it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice squad. So our last one before we get to me, the GOAT. We got Puka, Saquon, Mahomey, Neighbors, McLaurin, Pitts, Addison, Trey Benson, Jamison, Corum, Mitchell, Polk, Tracy, McCarthy. Damn, this is one that screams, like JD was saying, redraft, not dynasty.
These running backs make me nervous.
Yeah, man. Other than Saquon, he went the hero, but yeah, it's just, whew, man.
You
Yeah,
can't do the hero and then keep taking receivers in the 9th and 11th and 12th. It's not going to work out.
yeah. This one, I think this may have been his first mock with us. He did all right. He hung, but he didn't quite deliver enough for me to give him more than a C.
Yeah, I mean these running backs are concerning, but I don't mind the rest of the team. So because of the rest of the team being pretty good, I'm gonna give it a B minus.
Okay. Andrew gave you a little better, gave you a B minus. I gave you a C because I felt like it wasn't quite up to where it needed to be compared to the rest of the draft. But it wasn't bad though. It was a passing grade.
Yeah, there we go. All right, let's see your team to finish us off here.
Yeah, let's see what I did here. We got G Dub, Taylor, Allen, DJ Moore, Stevenson, Kirk, Ridley, Worthy, B Rob Ford, Goddard, Marshawn Lloyd, Kirk Cousins, and Ben Sinnott.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty good. I mean, yeah, the tight ends, like, I mean, if I had taken Hawkinson, you might be in better shape. Sorry about that, but I mean,
Yeah, it is what it is. I'll rock with Goddard. I mean, and Sinnott the
yeah,
rookie.
I mean, yeah, this is a pretty good team right here. Yeah, very few complaints. I mean, the tight end could, and I mean, if it was a real league, you may have ended up needing to go to the waivers here by the end of the season, but. I mean, other than that, it's pretty good. I'm a little concerned about Garrett Wilson is my one thing. The Rodgers connection I'm hearing has not been great in camp. But I mean, I'll give you like an A minus B plus. I think you did pretty well.
Appreciate that, man. Yeah, I can live with that. I can live with that. I'll rock with that. I don't usually like grading myself, so as long as the guest gives me a decent grade, I'm usually like I'll go with that and call it a night. So
Love that. Love that. Yeah, everybody did very well tonight. I gotta say,
yeah,
way
that was a good
more
draft.
high B's and A's than I usually see given out on this, and I usually get out on this.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that was great, y'all. Appreciate everyone that tuned in. I would stay on and chat, but we got a rule. I got a rule. So yeah, thank you, Andrew, and thank you everyone in the chat.
Of
We'll do it
course.
again next Monday.
Yeah. See you next Monday.
Yep. Peace out, everyone.